Hello everyone, this is Ian with Votocycling and I have another review for you today. Today I will be talking about the Kriega R25. I will do a little bit of an overview of this backpack along with some of the reasons why I purchased it. Trying to give you from a consumer standpoint and from a user standpoint as well, because I did use this backpack all of last summer of 2014. I purchased it in February or March, I believe, and I did use all of last year. So let's dive into it. So to start off, we have the bottom of the backpack, which is made of 1000D Cordura. It is very durable, it's very thick. It's probably like one of the thickest materials I've seen on a motorcycle backpack. Moving on from there, this flap right here, these flaps, along with this material right here, all the way up, so you can see the difference here. This top flap is also made of 1000D Cordura. And the only other part on the backpack where it's 1000D Cordura are the straps themselves. They're also covered with 1000D Cordura as well. Moving back to the front, the R25 and the Kriega logo is stitching, and I believe it's it's reflective. This is a Dynatech material that's infused or integrated with a Scotch 3M material. So it's also reflective. This thing is really reflective, so that's really going to be helpful for nighttime riding. The rest of the material in the front of the backpack, so if I were to take these straps off here, this material right here is actually 420D nylon, ripstop nylon material. So it's very light, very strong, and this is to help if you were to go down and you were sliding across the pavement. This is the idea of this is not to catch on any kind of cracks in the road or rocks or anything like that to prevent you from moving along the pavement. So the idea is to make sure that you're sliding and not getting caught onto things and making it more dangerous than you already are in. So the straps themselves, the clasps, I should say, these buckles, they're very high quality. So trying to get it so you guys can see it much better, but you know, when you look at it, it looks pretty thin and it doesn't look like it's going to be of a high quality material, but as a matter of fact it is. And I've used other Kriega products in with these clasps, and you know it's good when you buckle it on and it just snaps very strongly. And that's one of my favorite things about Kriega products is these clasps. They are very high quality and they snap the same every time. They are weather resistant in the sense that, not water resistant, but when you're riding around in hot summer days, these things are meant to not expand and lose its functionality and durability due to heat. So that's one of the selling points for these clasps, and they do work. I do ride during very hot, long summer days, so I will ride with a backpack no matter what. Alright, so I'm going to unbuckle these clasps here for you, and I want to show you something about this backpack. If any of you who are familiar with Kriega products, one of the things they really work on is expandability. This backpack is 25 liters. It is expandable out to 35 if you were to attach a 10-liter dry pack right out here. And in order to do that, Kriega has put these little loops on the side right here, and these loops are what you attach the dry pack to, the 10-liter dry pack right on top of here, and then you just loop the strap down. I do have a 10-liter pack. I haven't tried it yet. When I do try it, I will show a separate video tutorial on that. But I've been using this around town. I have yet to need more space, so that's why I haven't tried it yet. So let's keep that in mind. These backpack systems are expandable. Alright, so moving on from there, so we have 420D Cordura right here. There's also 420D Cordura right up here. This backpack is water resistant, but it's not waterproof. It's, I mean, you can repel some of this water right here. I did ride in the rain with this. You can repel some of the water, but it's not going to be completely waterproof because there's no dry pack sack inside the backpack like their dry pack systems. So keep that in mind. So the first thing we see is a pocket on the outside, and if you could see, there's a long zipper running all the way down here, and it looks pretty small in terms of space, but if I were to open this up, and this is a YKK zipper, it's a pretty large compartment in the front. And I'll show you by putting a Tasmanian devil inside of it. There you go. and I can zip this up. And there's still plenty of room in here with the tabs in there still, so just to keep that in mind. Alright, so moving on. From that compartment, there's really nothing else in front of the backpack. The main compartment itself is accessed through a very big zipper. It's also a YKK zipper, and these are high quality materials on this backpack. So we're just going to open that up, and you'll see the main compartment. You can just see it's just literally a giant compartment. There's not a lot of different compartments in it. So you have this right here. I can actually fit a 13.3 laptop in here. So that's my MacBook, 13.3. I don't know if you can fit a 15-inch laptop in here, because you can see there's not a lot of give already with this 13-inch laptop. And this material right here is made of just nylon. It's not there's no stretch to it, so it's not going to give. So therefore, if you do have a 15-inch laptop or anything bigger, it might not fit in this backpack. So keep that in mind. It might not fit in this compartment. Okay, so let's move on from there. There is a little key holder right here, so if you want to attach your key right inside. This compartment can also be used for a water pack, and you can feed the water tube right up here into this little exit hole right here where my finger is, and that can feed right into the front of you underneath your helmet, so you can have a little sip of water on your long rides. And then from there, Kriega does sell something like that. They do sell a 3-liter hydro pack if you're interested in buying that. And then from there, you go all the way down here, the main compartment. There's really nothing. It's just one big compartment. The only other pocket in the main compartment is this zipper pocket right here. I do put my wallet in here. My important documents in here, like my registration, or a candy bar, or my pens. I do put some pens in here because I bring my own pens to work, and along with little knickknacks here and there. If I need some change for the tolls, I do put some change in here. Since I ride in Illinois, I don't put my iPass in here. I've tried my iPass in this pocket and this main pocket, and it seems to work better when it's in this main compartment, which is weird. But anyway, so that's pretty much the inside of the backpack. There's really nothing else. Moving on from there, let's zip that back up. And then moving on from there, we have the little peephole here, as you saw earlier, for the water hose. Then we have a rubberized handlebar right here with the Kriega stitching as well. This rubberized handlebar is stitched around a nylon material underneath. Alright, so going on from there, let me sit up a little bit here. Going on from there, we go to the back of the backpack, and this is where a lot of stuff is happening back here. The backpack, so let me unbuckle this, and we'll talk about. The first thing you'll notice is there's also that 1000D fedora right here on the back of this backpack, and also the bottom right here. So we have, this is a 3D mesh right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. A 3D mesh with the Kriega logo, and then another 3D mesh right here. This 3D mesh is really thick. I know you guys, sometimes it's hard to see it on the camera, but it's actually an inch thick. It's literally an inch thick. It's really thick. And for me, it gives me a lot of cushion. It's very comfortable with this 3D mesh, and it does bring the backpack a little bit off of my body, so it helps the heat dissipate off my body. So that's, for me, that seems to work very well riding along with it. The bottom waist straps on the outside is a 1000D Cordura, but on the inside is a rubberized material, and that helps keep the backpack in place around the waist. And I think they did a really good job of doing that, which I really love. And then you'll see these little loops right here, and these loops are part of their 4-point system on their straps. And so we're gonna go from the loop. I'll explain these loops later in a minute. So this is gonna move up. We're gonna move up from there. The straps up here are also lined with that reflective bit that you saw in the front of the backpack, with, of course, the R25 logo. And these clasps are also high quality. and you'll hear that click again. So you can see it's a very high quality material. And these are this is it. This is how you put the backpack on. You literally just put this on your shoulders, strap this in, and then use these loops and pull them back, and that's how you get the backpack pulled towards the body and towards the waist. So the system has 3 separate straps on each side. So here's 1, 2, and it has flexibility, and 3. This top piece right here actually has that same 3D mesh material, and this piece has the same rubber material to hold it against your chest, and the 3D mesh material is the shoulders breathe. And then Kriega has this system right here where you see these dots. When the backpack comes shipped out of the box, it actually is incremented where these 2 dots are right here where this little clasp is. I actually had to adjust it to number 1 because I'm 5'2". I'm too short to have it at 2 dots or 3 dots. So the higher up you go in number of dots is how farther down the strap goes for taller or bigger people. So if you're a short person, you want to be at 1. If you're a medium-sized person or tall, medium height person, number 2. And if you're a really tall person, you go to number 3. And the strap actually cycles through to allow to give the strap and let go and just a little bit more give so that you can wear it. So it allows for some adjustability so that you can wear it very nice, give it a nice fit. And that's what Kriega wants, is that nice fit for different people with different heights. Alright, so basically the only thing left I have to show you is how a helmet fits in this backpack and how to put it on and take it off. So let me put these clasps back on, and I'm gonna show you how the helmet fits in here, and I'm gonna show you how this strap system works. Alright, so a helmet does fit in here if you were to carry just your helmet around. If you were to carry other gear, you're gonna have to hold your helmet in your other hand. So let's flip it like this. I have a full face helmet with some Cena stuff attached to it and some GoPro stuff attached to it, but it should still fit. So what I do is I put this part of the face into the backpack first, and you have to do this with the compression straps obviously unbuckled, otherwise it will not fit. So as you can see, it will fit nicely. I'll give it to you from a side profile. It'll fit nicely in here, and you can zip this up as you just stand this up like so. And now, if you were to go to meet up with somebody and grab a passenger, you can certainly fit a helmet in here for him or her, and these straps do adjust. So you can just strap these on just like so, and you can certainly bring a helmet with you and you still have your own helmet, and that way when you get there, give your passenger the helmet and then compress this down to almost nothing, and you're both still able to ride safely with 2 helmets. So that is the last thing, and so there's one more thing I gotta show you, and that's how to put this backpack on and off, and then we'll go call it a day. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I'm going to show you how to put the backpack on, and then I'll go over some of the reasons why I bought this backpack, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, so right now there's a stuffed animal in here. It's a stuffed whale. I put, so that to give you a little bit of a spatial view, basically. One of the things I want to point out before we go on is that the compression straps right here, they can flap in the wind like this. And what Kriega has done is put this little clap on here. This little clip actually that allows you to move this back after you're done compressing down, after you're done cinching everything down, and now you have minimal flapping in the wind. So I think that's a really neat feature that Kriega has put into this backpack. Alright, so sorry about the black shirt, but I'm going to try to show you this as well as possible. So right now the backpack is uncinched, and basically all you do is put this strap on like so, and you buckle the 2 clasps right there so they're buckled, And as you can see, it is very loose, and we don't want that. So in order to cinch this down and get it so that it fits nicely on the body, and you can see right now this strap is hanging on my shoulder because all the weight is hanging down this way. So in order to cinch this down is you pull this right here, and you're going to pull it out away from the body. As you're pulling out away from the body, you're going to pull it forward as well. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I take this hand and I hold this, pull it out away from the body and forward. And you can see this thing was right here, and now it has moved forward towards this part right here. And that's what ultimately you want, is you want it to cinch down as far as you can. I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Hand, opposite hand holding this piece. Pull it out away from the body and forward. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like pulling from the front. So you can do this both hands. Once you get the hang of it, you can just do this without doing the two-hand thing. So pull it out from the body, forward. And just keep doing that until it is cinched down. And you can see that now this is gone as far as it can towards the front, this piece right here. And it's cinched it down. So ultimately, now you see the difference. There's a huge gap now between my shoulder and the strap at the top here. And less movement. And there's barely any gap between me, my back, and the back of the backpack. Now you'll see that there's a little bit of light through right there. You can see right there between my back. That's where the mesh material is. That's how much airflow it's allowing through between the 3D mesh, that inch right there. It's allowing that little bit of space for my back to breathe. And I think that's a really good feature to point out. So, as you can see, all the weight of the backpack is towards the front center of where my sternum is, right here. And this allows for a gap right here. And this allows for all the weight to be towards the center of gravity on the body. And this gives me less fatigue. And I've ridden with this backpack all season long last year, 2014. I even done a day backpacking in the city, and it's worked very, very well. And as you can see right now, it's snug, it fits nicely. Obviously this would fit better with an actual gear, an actual jacket on, and I've used it with my jacket, my leather gloves. I've even taken this backpack off without even taking my helmet off, and I'm able to see what's going on without actually having to look, because there's just less things to worry about. Snap, snap, pull, and I'm pretty much done, and the backpack is cinched down. Now I'm going to show you how to take it off. Do the opposite thing. So you pull it out, and pull it back, and that's how you're going to get the backpack off. So I'll show you right now. Pull it out, pull it back on both sides, and the backpack is now loose. And then unbuckle this, and you can see how much room you have. So if you had a jacket on, this is a lot of room to take it off, and there's no worries of getting it caught or anywhere else. Some of the reasons why I purchased this backpack. This strap system is the exact reason why I went ahead and bought this backpack, even though I've owned another backpack. Even though I have another motorcycle backpack, I purchased it because I wanted to see how the system really works, and it is fantastic. It has exceeded my expectations. It takes much less time to put this backpack on and off. It takes much less time to pack this thing, because I found out that the compartments inside the backpack, even though it's useful at sometimes, but it takes a little bit more time to put things in the compartments. Whereas this, I've learned to pack better, more efficiently, by putting the stuff in there and reorganizing them in a certain way where it's not going to smush or anything like that. So I'm able to just throw things in here and not worry about putting things in compartment. And it fits very well. The third thing that I liked about this backpack is that the expandability. I'm able to add on another 10 liters to give it 35 liters using the Kriega versatile system. So that makes it very versatile for me, and I really like that. The mesh material is fantastic on this. When I purchased it, it was hard for me to see how much mesh material, but some of the pictures showed how thick it was, and so therefore I went ahead and bought it, and this has definitely exceeds my expectations in terms of airflow. The last thing is I bought some dry pack systems, and the material on it was fantastic, along with the clasps. So I decided to purchase this backpack, knowing that I've used other Kriega products, and this material is definitely much thicker, much more durable, and the clasps are way more high quality, and the zipper is big, thick YKK zippers. So those are some of the reasons why I purchased this backpack. Now the one thing this backpack does miss is the helmet holder compared to my other backpack. However, I've sacrificed the helmet holder for this complete package, in my opinion. The ability to expand to 35 liters. The strap system takes less time for me to take it on and off with all my gear on, which is fantastic. I sacrifice having a helmet holder. I will hold the helmet in my other hand, but I'm able to use this backpack way more, and I'll be honest with you, when I go out riding, I would grab this backpack over the other backpack. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right, that's my overview, my review of this backpack. If you have any questions, leave comments in the second. Leave some comments. Ask me any questions. If you want me to do a review of comparing this backpack, the Kriega R25, with the Alpine Stars Tech Aero, I will. It will be a very interesting comparison because I can't say one is better than the other, but if you want me to do that video, let me know, and I will try and do my best to get that video out to you. Otherwise, this is Heen with Motorcycling, and I'll see you guys next time.